Hey, what's up, guys? I got a brand new deck for you. This is another one of my another one for the goofy collage of decks that I build. Um, as you can tell by the title, we are playing Suships. So starting off, we're leading with their three Gunkan Suship Sharis. This is the main namesake of the deck. It's like it's funny how they did it. They were like the sushi like base or whatever, it's the rice and the seaweed wrap or whatever. That is like the base for all of the XYZs. Because every XYZ that is made with this one shoddy, you get to draw a card. So you can draw like 3 cards if you go into all the XYZs a turn. It's really cool. So we start off with this because, like I said, he's the main guy. So we play like as much to get him out as possible. We got to see him. When we get him on the field, we got to overlay with him for everything to get our additional effects. That's the main thing of the Suships, is that they all gain additional effects when they're summoned with the proper cards. And now they introduced in Power of the Elements. Bam. Introduced in Power of the Elements, we have Gunkan SUSHIP Shadi Red. And this is like superior in every way, but you still have to run 3 of these guys. This is not always treated, because if it was always treated, you can only run 3 Shadis. But like in the hand, deck, grave, like of the field, whatever it was, like this card is treated as Gunkan's just the regular Suship Shadi. And he has his own effect where you can reveal another Shari, and you can special summon him, and then any Suship monster from your deck, and then immediately after you summon that, you can overlay into a the corresponding Suship for that. Well, the archetype is actually called Gunkan, but like Suship is just much funnier and cooler. Like Gunkan is like irrelevant. Suship is where it's at. But yeah, you can summon any corresponding one. And since it's always treated as Shadi, you get the draw, and then you get like whatever additional effect that one has. And what's really cool about this guy, since he's always in every location treated as Shadi, you can send this guy off of Painful Decision, and then add this guy, which is much better than adding a normal monster. You can add something with an effect. So like Painful Decision is like extremely good in this deck. Next we play 3 Ikuda. Ikuda will excavate the top 3. Well, he special summons himself. Like they all special summon themselves if you control a Shadi or whatever. So like you don't have to worry about like bricking, because everything is good with that, as long as you get the Shadi on the field or in your hand for some of them. And then you excavate the top 3 of your deck, and then special summon like 1 Shadi. But like some of them specifically work with just the Shadi, so you can't like reveal like another one from the top 3 and special summon that. But he's still really good. Moving on, we play 3 Shido. And what this one does, same thing, special summon if you control Shadi. And this one, you can special summon a Gunkan from your hand, and you can summon any Gunkan, which is cool, or any Suship, I should say. And then you can stack your deck with it says as many Shadis as you want. So what you can do is you can put 3 of these, since it's Shadi, and then 3 of these. So your next 6 cards can be guaranteed to be these guys. But then but you can, but mainly you can put this guy, and then you can special this, the Ikuda off the Shido, and then you're guaranteed to excavate this and then summon it. And then you have like 3 monsters in the field, and you can start doing stuff. And then lastly, for our Suships, we have Uni, which is our only level 5 one. But it's not too difficult to go into the level 5, because not only do we have him and him, but you're probably thinking like, oh, like everything's level 4. This is the only level 5. You can actually his effect is to target a Gunkan on the field, Suship on the field, and then either make it level 4 or make it level 5. So you can make he himself level 4, or you can make any other, especially Shadi, into level 5 for your additional draw effect. So it's easy. It's getting him on the field. That's it. And then after you make the monster level 5, then you can add a Shadi to your hand, like from your deck. It's just a free card, which is mad cool. And also, he's level 5. You're gonna summon him. He has his own summoning effect where you can reveal another Gunkan in your hand, and then special summon him, and If it's shoddy, you can special summon it as well. But if it's another one, you have to place it on the bottom of the deck. Solid. And next, we just have like generic level 4 stuff. So because we are built around a normal monster, we are playing 3 rescue rabbits. Use normal summon your rescue rabbit. Banish it, get 2 shotties on the field, and then you have 2 shotties to just overlay with and do stuff with. And whatever Gunkins you have in your hand, you're going to special summon themselves, and you're going to overlay, draw, whatever, do mad cool stuff. So yeah, rabbit's like really, really good for the deck. Next, I play 1 of each of the level 4 Tenyis. I have like a small Tenyi package in here, just because these are 4s that summon themselves for free. It's easy, it's simple. And then, and because of our main monster being a normal monster, you know, if we go second, and we special this, and then normal summon the shoddy, or whatever, and then they, and let's say they like Torrential or something like that, then we can banish this, pop a card, bring this back, or if they target it to like compulse it or something, we banish this, or if we just need to attack over, because he's actually 2,000 attack on a normal summon, which is decent. So let's say you need to attack over something, we have this guy. So the Tenyis just give it a little bit of just like stuff we can do. We also run the Link 1 and the Link 3 just in case we need a little bit of extra stuff. But the Tenyis, they put in work, they come in handy. Not much to say about them. Next, we have a little bit of a package going. The main cards that hurt the deck is Nibiru, Ash Blossom, because if they, you know, we're combo deck, XYZ's constantly summoning. Ash Blossom, if they hit our Rescue Rabbit, sometimes our Painful Decisions, stuff like that, can really hurt. Ghost Ogre, because we do play a field spell as well, or they can Ghost Ogre one of our like Suships, and it kind of messes things up. Ghost Bell, they can Ghost Spell our Monster Reborn. That sucks. And then Effect Veiler. And then Effect Veiler, because they can hit like our normal summon, like I said, the Rescue Rabbit and stuff like that. Or just like, they can just Veiler some random thing if we're trying to like go into like Tornado Dragon or something, pop something. It's just random stuff. But Effect Veiler, it's mainly like we want the Rescue Rabbit to resolve, and we don't want to get nibbed in the combo. So we run, this is our hand trap lineup, and we are running, with that, we are running 3 crossouts. So these are just proxies, just so you guys know. My other 2 are in the mail. I was trying to get this done as soon as possible, because I'm going to be busy soon. I wanted to get the Suship deck profile out for you guys, because I wanted you guys to play Suships, and you know that. But yeah, these are just proxies. This is 3 crossouts. And don't worry, our ulti Effect Veiler is in the mail. They sent us a damaged one, so I had to return it. But yeah, don't worry, guys. Everything is only quality here. Everything's only flex here. You know that. But what's it called? So yeah, don't worry, our crossouts are in the mail. But this is 3 crossout designators, and these are our crossout targets. Because like I said, we want as much to go through as possible, and we definitely don't want to get nibbed. Because we get nibbed, we lose. There is no like backup thing we can do. Like we can use the Tenyis to play with the mirror token if it's big enough. But like if it's not going to do enough, it's just not going to do enough. And like I said, we only run 3 of each of those, and we're not searching them off of anything. So whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're trying to get into our normal monster, so we're playing 3 Painful Decisions and 2 Unexpected Dies. If you control no monsters, you can just special summon a normal monster from your deck, which works really well with the Tenyi. You can just special summon the normal monster, special summon the Tenyi, and then bam, you can go into any rank 4. Usually if I'm using the Tenyis, I'll go into something random, because like with the Suships, if you use the Suships, like the corresponding Suship, then you get an additional effect. The main one that you want to use that for, unless you're going second, is like Shidao, which lets you search. The other ones are kind of fine, you can do it or whatever, but there are other good rank 4s that we play. So, but yeah, we have our searches and our specials. Next up, we are playing 1 of the field spell. The field spell's searchable, and it's kind of just okay. So you can, what's it called? So when you summon a Suship from the extra deck, you can stack your deck with the Suship card, and then so you stack, so you know what you're gonna draw, because all the Suships that draw. So chain link, you know, it's summon, chain link 1 to draw, and then chain link 2 stack, so you can put whatever Suship you want, and then draw into it, and then extend into another Suship, and then if your Suship is destroyed by like I think it was by card effect, then you can float and you do a little bit of burn, but it's like it's a very minuscule amount of burn, but it's burn nonetheless. You can't complain whether it's 10 life points or 1,000 life points. It's burn. So yeah, it floats, it stacks. The main thing is the stacking, because then you can what's it called? You can extend into whatever Suship you want next. So it's cool. For our one-ofs, I play one Called by the Grave, because remember, we gotta stop those hand traps and whatnot. And Monster Reborn, because if something happens to our shoddy, we can bring it right back. And this XYZ deck, we need 2 monsters at all times to go into 1, so we've got to bring something back to help us do something. And lastly, for our main deck, we're playing 3 Infinite Impermanences. I guess this also counts for the cross-out targets. But I honestly, you could probably cut the imperms and play other hand traps, because you're drawing so much, you want to draw into other hand traps. But I mean, like, it's still during your turn, so like you could just draw into imperms and set imperms. So you have like monster stuff, and then you have imperms, and you have hand traps in your hand. So you have like a trifecta of like disruptions. So you have like main monsters, you have like set imperms, and you have hand traps in your hand. So it's like, you know, you have a little bit of everything. You can play other traps too if you want, if you feel the need. But I feel like this is just covers a lot. Moving on to our extra deck. We only play 2 links. We play 1 Berserker and 1 Monk. This is just with our Tenyi stuff. I just feel like it just works out sometimes, because like the Tenyis, like I said, you can use them for rank, even for level 4s, because they're free. Rank 4s, I should say. But you can also go into this guy, or even this guy sometimes, and just deal with problems, or just normal summon this. You know, they lose 15 attack, or you pop a card, summon this back, protect from targeting. Like this guy, if you have all 3 of these Tenyis, or even like 2 of any of them, and you have this guy in the field, he's gonna be pretty hard to out with just if he can't be targeted, and if you attack him, you lose 1500 attack. Like it's just an extra option. Or if they like D-Barrier, call XYZs, this deck gets wrecked by D-Barrier, but I mean everyone does, right? Moving on to our rank 4s, we're gonna start off with Daigusto Emerald. He special summons an normal monster from the deck, and he recycles resources and draws a card. He like, perfectly fits with the archetype. We get a normal monster in the field, and we get to recycle recycle stuff and draw a card. He's another XYZ that draws. He's just really good. I like him a lot. Next, we are playing 1 Tornado Dragon. Just for the back row matchups, just start popping back row during either player's turn. It's like, you know, it's pretty solid. Like, there's nothing to really complain about there. It's just really good for some matchups. A lot of the time, you're probably not going to go into him, but he's good to have nonetheless. Abyss Dweller wrecks a lot of like random matchups. Like if you just go against like randomly like a grave, like Tenyis. The Sword Soul Tenyis, like all the Tenyis activate in grave, they're gonna activate them in grave. The Abyss Dweller, and they just can't. They have to rely on like the Sword Soul stuff, but then you have other stuff for that. Like the Abyss Dweller just creates like a little bit of trouble in paradise. So you have like your other stuff, like your hand traps that you drew into, your imperms, whatever. So like, and then like once this resolves, like they have to deal with it for the whole turn. So like, it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. And if you randomly use the water guy, he gains attack. Next we have Utopia and Utopia the Lightning. I need your guys' opinion real quick. So I have the CR Utopia and I have the Ultimate Rare Utopia, and like I'm really trying to know like do you think the Ulti Lightning goes good with the Ulti Utopia, or the Ulti Lightning and the CR Utopia? Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. I'll if you guys want me to switch to CR, switch to CR for the next deck profile. Just let me know. But yeah, Utopia the Lightning just outs a lot of problems. They can't activate anything. It's 5,000 attack. Like you're just gonna beat over like basically like anything. So our little problem solver. Moving on to our Suships now. We have 2 Gunkan SUSHIP Shido class carrier. Shido class is my favorite one because on top of drawing a card, he will also add a Gunkan Speller trap. There are only 2 Gunkan Speller traps. There's the field spell, which is alright, There's the trap, which is like really bad. I don't even remember what the trap does. I think like searches. Yeah, it like searches for one as a trap, and then you like banish it to like recycle. It's really bad. There's no point playing it. Hopefully we get some better spells and traps, because this guy is already really good. Like you overlay and you get 2 cards from him. You get to search for one and you get to draw. It's like engage, but once. It's not like engage, but like you know what I mean. But if we get better spells and traps, like he's gonna constantly get better and better. Hopefully we get like rarity bumps, because like all these Suships are, there's one super rare in the entire deck. Everything else is common, and like everything is like super blinged out, and there's like the Suships. Moving on past him, we have 2 Ikuta class Dreadnought. This one will just when it's summoned with, oh yeah, this one's obviously Shido, and this one's Ikuta. They gain the second effect when they're summoned with those. So Ikuta, what he'll do is he'll just do like 2 attacks during the battle phase, which is like alright, but like if you can clear your opponent's board, like going second, if you can clear their board, like and you summon all 3 of the Suships, like they'll just finish your opponent off. They just like OTK, which is actually like pretty cool. But it's an XYZ deck, so I don't think it's like, and there's nothing else in the deck that lets it go second. Like there's no just natural, like if your opponent controls a monster or something like that. So I don't think it's like strong enough to go second. Like it's barely strong enough to go first. So like, you know, there's a little bit of a divide. Next up, we have our, oh, also they have additional effects. Like this one, I believe, yeah, this one. So if you have the field spell, your Gunkins can't be destroyed by card effects. And this one, when one of your extra deck monster Gunkins do battle or inflict damage, you can pop a card your opponent controls. Lastly, we have our rank 5. This guy has a really cool effect, but they made it really bad. So during your main phase, or during your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of extra deck Gunkins you control and negate them forever. Like not till the end of the turn, they're permanently negated. However, it's during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, and it's like, that's just bad. like at that point, if they reach the battle phase with really good monsters, there's nothing he's gonna do. And if you summon him with Uni, the level 5, then he gets to attack directly. It's pretty cool. He's a pretty big monster, moderately. And then you use this, pop a card, whatever. It's pretty decent. But they gave him a really cool effect for going second. But like it's just not there. But like he can still do stuff, and the what's it called? But they're all worth it to go into because they all draw. So that's always a plus. And because he attacks directly, he can finish off games sometimes too. Forgot to mention that. And then lastly, not lastly, we have more. We have the one Utopic Draco Future. I mean the one Utopic Future and then Draco Future. So typically with a decent hand, I'll go into all 3 of the Gunkins. I'll go into Kuda, Shido, and Uni. And with the 2 rank 4s, you can go into this guy and then go into this guy. And so you leave off on him. You've drawn 3 cards and search the field spell, hopefully. And so you've hopefully got a couple of hand traps. So you have this. You have a negate during your main phase and the battle phase. And then you've maybe got like an imperm or 2, a hand trap or 2. And like that's a pretty solid board. Like that's like he's a little hard to get over, and then you have all this other stuff on top of it. So you basically play like protect the castle with him. And then once it's your turn, you know, hopefully you draw into some other stuff, go into some other rank 4s, because nothing locks you into anything, nothing locks you out of anything. So it's like, so you could build like Suships with like links or something. So like it's a really cool deck in that manner. And this guy just goes absolutely crazy. Like he's like so hard to get rid of. He like takes monsters. It's really cool. And no XYZ deck is complete without our ultimate rare Zeus. Yeah, we have a lot of, as you saw, we have a lot of XYZs. At any point, you can go into one of them, activate their effect, detaching one material, attack, and then like go into Zeus, clear the board, and then just do whatever else you need or want with your other Suships. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. If any of you guys have experimented, there might be 1 or 2 of you out there, you know, that's like that's tried something out with Suships. If any of you are out there and you have any advice with the deck, because like other than like Cyber Dragons, like, but they're like half, like, you know, half XYZ, half fusion. Other than that, like, I don't know too much about XYZs. I'm still like learning. Like, if there's like random like XYZ cards like I missed out on that I should check out, let me know. Like generic stuff that's pretty good, or like specific stuff that's pretty good. Let me know if there's like other things I should run, switch up the extras a little bit. Give me some feedback, guys. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.